Fashion icon in the making? Jungkook of BTS called the perfect fit for international runway model in the ever-evolving landscape of global fashion, where creativity collides with influence. There arises a rare moment when music, artistry, and couture weave themselves together into something unforgettable. Recently, the world of haute couture and international fashion houses found themselves asking the same question. Is Jungkook of BTS not only a music phenomenon, but also the next global fashion icon destined for the runway? The whispers began with subtle murmurs among fashion insiders, growing louder after his most recent public appearances dressed in opulent designer pieces. When Jungkook stepped into the spotlight clad in velvet-embroidered jackets with golden baroque detailing and statement accessories, the reaction was nothing short of explosive. The internet flooded with photos, hashtags trended globally within minutes, and stylists around the world began to analyze what seemed like the effortless blend of masculinity, sophistication, and daring allure that only Jungkook could pull off. But beneath the glittering headlines and social media storms lies a much deeper narrative. This is not simply about a K-pop star wearing luxury brands. This is about the transformation of Jungkook, the youngest member of the world's biggest band, into a bona fide contender for the world of international high fashion. Could Jungkook, already the golden maknae of BTS, be stepping into yet another empire of influence, this time striding down the runways of Paris, Milan, or New York? The perfect storm of talent and timing fashion thrives on novelty, charisma, and storytelling. In Jungkook, the industry sees not only a global superstar, but also a living canvas of youth, elegance, and evolution. His journey from a teenage trainee to the world's most sought-after idol has been well documented, but fashion insiders are beginning to take notice of how seamlessly his image aligns with the future of luxury branding. When Jungkook walked into events dressed in couture pieces, comparisons with professional models immediately surfaced. His proportions, long legs, broad shoulders, refined posture, combined with his sharp yet soft features, sparked debates among stylists. He doesn't just wear clothes. He transforms them. He makes them his own, and that's rare. One anonymous designer was quoted as saying, "Unlike traditional celebrity endorsements, Jungkook embodies what the fashion world craves most: authenticity." He doesn't merely put on outfits, he breathes life into them. Whether he's performing on stage, casually photographed at airports, or attending global fashion events, his presence never feels forced. It's this effortless charisma that makes him stand out not just as an idol, but as a potential runway star. The Calvin Klein effect and beyond. Jungkook's collaboration with Calvin Klein already sent shockwaves through the industry. Campaign images featuring him in sleek denim and sharp monochrome fits became viral phenomena, breaking engagement records and boosting brand visibility beyond expectations. What Calvin Klein achieved with Jungkook was more than just a campaign. It was a cultural moment. But beyond Calvin Klein, other luxury houses have started circling, waiting for the right moment to align with Jungkook. Fashion experts believe that brands like Givenchy, Versace, or even Dior could view him as the face that bridges East and West, old luxury and new influence, traditional sophistication and Gen Z freshness. With his global reach, stretching across continents, cultures, and generations, Jungkook provides a runway that no physical stage could ever equal. The digital landscape where millions hang on to his every move. Yet, what makes Jungkook particularly unique is how he could redefine the role of a fashion ambassador. Traditionally, luxury houses seek models or actors to embody their aesthetic. Jungkook, however, brings not only visuals but also sound, emotion, and cultural power. When he wears a brand, it doesn't just trend, it dominates the conversation for weeks. A face made for runways. When discussing Jungkook's suitability for international modeling, one cannot ignore the undeniable visual factor. His symmetrical features, expressive eyes, and sharp jawline are often cited as runway-ready. But more than mere looks, Jungkook possesses the adaptability that fashion requires. That he can project vulnerability or strength, softness or intensity, innocence or boldness, all in the same frame. This chameleon-like ability is what makes designers and photographers fascinated. They know that Jungkook can carry a narrative without a word spoken. On the runway, This quality translates into silent storytelling, where the outfit becomes more than fabric and stitches. It becomes a moment etched in memory. Side-by-side comparisons with professional models have only fueled the speculation. When Jungkook was recently seen in embroidered jackets similar to those showcased on luxury runways, many fans remarked that he looked more compelling than the trained models themselves. Social media erupted with comparisons, declaring him the runway that walks on its own. ARMY as the global amplifier. Of course, one cannot overlook the role of ARMY, the devoted BTS fandom that wields unmatched influence in the digital space. Whenever Jungkook appears in a new outfit, ARMY ensures that the moment doesn't just stay within fashion circles, it explodes worldwide. Trends on Twitter, TikTok edits, Instagram reposts, all of these become part of the cultural machine that amplifies Jungkook's impact. But this amplification isn't shallow. Fashion editors have admitted to taking note of trends after observing ARMY's online movements. When Jungkook wears something, we get inquiries. When he's spotted in a certain silhouette, it inspires street fashion within days. One stylist revealed, this unique ecosystem means that Jungkook doesn't need to chase fashion. Fashion inevitably chases him. With millions ready to support and promote every outfit, designers see not just a model but a movement, a living synergy between art, commerce, and fandom. The global fashion dream. Paris, Milan, New York. Speculation is now rife about whether Jungkook could ever grace an international runway. Imagine Paris Fashion Week with Jungkook as the showstopper, or Milan Fashion Week, where he opens a collection in front of the most influential names in couture. The anticipation alone could redefine the meaning of Fashion Week itself. Fashion houses know the impact such a moment would have. It wouldn't simply be about showcasing clothes, it would be history in the making. For Jungkook, who already dominates music, this could be the next empire to conquer. For ARMY, it would be another chapter of pride, watching their idol transition seamlessly into a role that feels almost predestined. A new kind of fashion icon. The question remains, does Jungkook want this? Known for his humility, Jungkook often downplays his influence, choosing instead to focus on artistry. Yet, time and again, he finds himself at the center of trends he never tried to create. From tattoos that sparked global conversations to hairstyles copied worldwide, Jungkook embodies influence without intention. That is precisely what makes him dangerous, in the best way, for the fashion industry. He is not desperate for the runway, but the runway seems desperate for him. His presence promises not just a show but a spectacle, not just a trend but a cultural shift. Perhaps the world is witnessing the birth of a new kind of fashion icon, one who transcends the runway, redefining what it means to wear clothes, to live in them, and to inspire through them.